Offworld Trading Company is a game I completely forgot about for a while until I was playing Sins of a Solar Empire, and then it popped up that the people that make this game. So I re-downloaded it, and I'd forgotten I'd played a little bit a while back. So I thought I would take a look at it because it's a game that's different. It revolves around an unusual premise compared to other titles. The idea of the Offworld Trading Company is that you are running like a factory almost on another planet on Mars, and you mine resources and create factories to convert these raw materials into other products, and then you sell them for profit, which is clever because then it brings in this idea of monopoly if you can get the resources first, and inflation, deflation, depending on how much you flood the market. So we're going to jump into a single player game, just skirmish. I haven't actually managed to win one of these yet, so you know, fingers crossed. We're going to go against 4, that sounds about right. And I don't think there's anything we want to change. I might turn off auctions. Auctions slow it down a little bit, so we're going to get rid of that. And no, I think everything else will play. Jumping into it, here we are. Well, this is we can look around. Here we go. So we found quite a lot of the stuff, and then as you can see on the left-hand side here, we have things like power, water, food, oxygen. These are little raw materials, and as you go down, you can see it goes from things you can mine out of the ground to chemicals, glass, electronics. These all take factory. Well, these last 4 really take. Oh, no, actually, last 3. Sorry, take factories to make them. And some of these are more common than others. So power, you can just create wind farms, or solar panels, and water you can get from the ground, etc. So what it's going to ask us to do is we can pick one of these bases we would like. So let's go with robotics. So depending on where we put it, depends what we get. So if we put it here, we can get a plus 80 water, compared to. No, we can't really put it anywhere else, so we're just going to stick it here. A scientific HQ has been founded. Robotics HQ has been founded. Right, so we have there's 2 robotics, scientific, and expansive. Right, so they're going to be trying to get out quickly. So they've already claimed that. There's aluminium's already been claimed, and I'm going to do something very similar. So let's grab one of these and let's put it down there. Doesn't really matter where for the moment. We're going to need some power, so we're going to put down a power there. As you can see, because we're on a negative power here, we're starting to go in debt because we're buying in from other places. So if we can start putting up power, we should be able to start actually selling it back into the grid, which will make up some money. But the more power you put into the grid, the lower the price becomes. So it's a balance between what you're using and what you're buying in, and how you can manipulate the market yourself. So here we go. Now we're on a positive, so the debt's coming down. We wanna work reasonably quickly, just get everything up and running. So we should probably get some fuel. We don't really get. Here we go. So we get a plus 50% bonus there. So we're gonna get bonus. And is there anything else we can do for the moment? Water pumps. No, we have quite a lot of water. Okay, so as you can see, once this has been mined, our little transporter ships come out and they put it into the ground. That's how we get resources back. So down here, these are upgrades we can do. So we can get a patent lab, and this allows us to have an advantage over the other bases because we're all fighting to buy each other out. As you can see over here, I own 3 bars, and if you fill it up, then if you buy out another company by filling out the bars, then you effectively inherit their stuff. So that's the aim of the game. The aim of the game is just to buy out the other companies and create a total monopoly over Mars. So we're getting quite a little bit of money at the moment. We're consuming -1 water. So actually, I was right in thinking that we need to get a water pump. So I think I can build one of those. Ah, here we go, water pump. So that's going to finish building that. And as you can see, we've got no more claim tiles. This means we can't actually, for the moment, build anything else until we upgrade our HQ, which will cost us 7.6 thousand. We haven't got any steel, so you can upgrade by having money and just buying the resources you need. Alternatively, though, you can actually get the resources you need to do it. So we got the aluminium. We have 10 out of 10 electronics. We just need steel, but we can't get any steel because we don't have any. We don't have any tiles. So we're gonna have to wait. So look at this. We have got positive there. And we've got positive there, finally. So our money is going up reasonably quickly. So we could, if we wanted to, sell some of these resources in order to make some money. So if we have a lot of aluminium, we could sell it for 1,890. The problem with doing that, though, is the more you sell, the lower this price will become. This, using a hacker, you can manipulate the market. So if I had a lot of, I don't know, water to sell, I could increase the price on water and sell loads of it. Alternatively, I could decrease. If I needed to buy loads, I would decrease it and buy it. So you can manipulate the market in order to benefit your company. And here we go. You can see these are little just researches you can do to improve production. But as I say, the more you make, the less it's worth. It's an interesting trading game, constantly monitoring the markets. This final one is Offworld launching something we can't actually do yet until we get these little upgrades down here, which is the Offworld markets and patent labs, and these, as you say, ones we need these in order to get some of the upgrades later on in the game. Right, so what have we got? We're not really making any money at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. We just got lots of resources. That's not really worth anything. We could. I don't really want to sell any of that. That's the. Ooh, we're sort of a little bit stuck at the moment. We're using as much power, so we're not gaining anything there. So I think we've probably got to do something quite drastic. Okay, so here we go. We can sell that, and we can upgrade. There we go. So we should probably find a way to make some more money. So we can get carbon and silicon, but we also need power at the moment. As you can see, we've not got a huge amount of power. So I want to sell this. I want to put these ones down. Depending on where you place it, depends on how much output you get. So placing our wind turbine on top of one of these lighter blue tiles will give us plus 0.9, whereas down here it gives plus 0.6. So we're going to put it up there in order just to generate more power. Again, I think it's about time we start looking at being able to mine carbon. These tiles are sort of few and far between, and don't tend to be able to mine a lot. In fact, I'm not even sure we can support it at the moment. We have 3 tiles to claim, so depending on how much this will give us, it'll give us plus 0.9. And this was going to... This one was going to take in minus 0.1. Okay, so we can actually afford it, so we're going to place that down there. These transporting ships will also use power, something I didn't realise, and I couldn't work out why I wasn't where all my power was going. Is because I had too many factories. You have to be able to support it as you go along. So now we can see the prices of our powers going down, but we are making a profit. So we're making actually quite a quick profit. So we can start looking to take in power and oxygen, which should produce glass, or we can get aluminium and carbon and silicon. So if we put down a silicon plant, let's go with here. We can start making electronics, which is worth quite a lot of money. So here we go. That'll be our last tile. So let's hope we should actually have just enough power to do all this. Okay, so we have now got net of plus 41, so we can start saying we'll be producing these every few seconds. We should probably... Okay, so to actually upgrade, we're going to need 24,000. We have 5,000 and some debt. So I think we should look at selling a whole load of stuff. So we get that and upgrade it. Wahee. Okay. So power's going to be a struggle unless we can get it up and running quickly. This will give us plus 1.2. So we're going to build a little farm up there. And let's get a steel mill. Ooh. See, by placing it here, we do get a bonus of plus 75. However, we also... actually, no, we can afford that. We will do that. Place it there means our output will be higher. Geothermal plant is a great way to get a lot of power very quickly, but we're going to need steel for that. So, steel mill. In fact, as we're building one already, we should be able to get that pretty soon. We should also start thinking about getting some upgrades. Ooh, I'm thinking... Okay, so I've started researching that. There you go. So down here... we're not actually mining iron yet. So this will give us let's give us that gives us quite a bit, so we're actually going to use that one. So our little building ship should go out there. Okay. There's some really interesting rays going on. I don't know where they're all coming from. It's making it quite difficult to see. But you go really quite close. You can see what's going on in your little world. So we're making quite a tidy profit. Oh, it's a solar flare. No one's... see, he's actually bought his entire left side. So if I wanted to buy a stock, then... it would cost this much money. However, it would cost us 14,607. Or it would be 289,000 to buy them out completely. So as you can see, suddenly food prices are rocketing. So I'm actually going to sell a whole load of oxygen. Or we just made 30 grand. So I'm thinking we should build a geothermal plant as soon as we can. Okay, so we actually need a little bit more money again. Luckily though, we can sell a few of these. Hey, there it is. So now we should be able to build an off-world market pretty soon. So we've still not finished building our steel mill, perhaps. No, there it is, +1. So we're generating 1 iron per second, which means our steel plant should also be in production. There it is. So this is producing plus 0.88 every second. Brilliant. So now we have a good amount of resources on nearly everything. We're still not making too much of an income though, but we've got quite a lot of things like aluminium, so I think we can just bulk sell some of that. Bulk sell some fuel, but as you can see, the prices are going down massively. So I think for the moment, we need a geothermal vent. Are there any spares? There are. +2, +2. Okay, so that should be a quick way to make lots of power. And farming will make us quite a lot of money as well, because the prices are really high. So we're sort of venturing into aspects of the market that haven't been dominated by too many people, so that there is still quite a lot of profits left. We haven't actually got a hacker array yet. We can though, so I think we're going to put our hacker array there. Now usually there would be auctioning. Now auctioning takes us a plot of land, and it usually has a resource in it, quite a good resource, and makes you buy it, puts up to grab. So whoever has the most money tends to buy it with something I don't know, silicon with three blocks on it. So a high high level of silicon that you spend 40-50 grand maybe to auction against other people. Alternatively, you can keep putting up the price to make them spend more money, and it's advantageous for you because they're losing money over it. So our hacker array is done. So something like here we go. We have loads of aluminium, so I think we're gonna put up the price. So we've hello. So it's just gone higher. But it's not really been worth it actually. Cancel that one. We could put up the price quite quickly for things like silicon. In fact, we could always, if we have enough silicon, a silicon factory takes 0.25 aluminium, 0.5 carbon. So carbon, we do need another carbon. Here we go. So we're putting that out. We need more water as well to get this one to work. Is there no more water around here? Okay, we're going to go up there then. We have no more claims. So by calling on my carbon, we should be able to create more electronics in theory. So steel is quite a good price. Well, there was quite a good price. Ooh. Okay, so there is price manipulations coming in, which would be nice. Something like food we could sell, but we need more water really. Oxygen is quite high, so we can sell some of that. We can upgrade. There we go. So we are last one, so we should really get a bit more water. And you're generating 5.8 power, and we're using quite a lot of it. In fact, I'm not sure if we can actually see what. Oh, okay. We have actually got we have tons of excess power, so we should probably start using that properly. I thought we sent out. Is that not finished being built? No. Here we go. So we're breaking even on that front. So electronics wise, we should put out another plant. What's wrong with this? Needs water. Do I need to place another water plant there? There we go. So we have 2 tiles left. So we could make 8,000 from that, but we're nowhere near this. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, there's not much we can do there. I think we should try and put up the price of fuel and sell quite a lot of it at, yeah. Really quick way to make some money. 37,000. So we could make 18k from this, but it's not quite enough. So now we have two electronics labs or electronics factories. So we're doubling that production. So we could make 22,000 very quickly. I'm not sure that's wise for the moment. So, here we go. So we're building electronics for this. We also need some glass. Now glass, to create glass you need power and oxygen and silicon. So we can place one down here. and that will immediately start trying to. Yes, it will immediately start trying to put in the resources. So that's how you build these sort of stuff. You don't necessarily have to have the resource, have to have the money. You just need the resources. Aha. So we're producing quite a lot of glass every second. The problem really for the moment is steel. But as you can see, as we produce everything, the price comes down. So it shouldn't take too long, however, because it'll take a couple of minutes. So if we just speed along time, you can see this starts to go up quite quickly. That's only going to cost us 86,000 now. And this is a very, very quick way to make money. We have to make sure that we're not... I see here, their stock's going... the red is actually trying to buy... In fact, red is buying him out and trying to buy him out. Oh dear, we've had a magnetic storm, so we've lost some units. So we have to be very, very careful. In fact, their stocks, red stocks are very high, and ours are the second highest. So we just have to monitor that as well. So we might have to buy our own. We might have to buy our own stocks just to keep it 50-50. But here we go. So there we go, Offworld, and we're going to build that there. So we should be able to make some money very quickly. Once it's been built, we can send off, here you go, this sort of stuff. We need an off-world market. Oh no, we're doing that. How long? So it takes quite a while to build. But once we do, we should be able to start sending things off the planet and make much more money. So 100 steel will make us 18,000. Compared to... well, I don't know how much actually. But this one, 100 carbon would give us 12k. Whereas 7k here, so we can make much more money by sending them off the planet. Things like water, this makes us a huge amount. We have plenty to send. 98. Okay, so we're gonna launch off 100 water. It's going to take just under a minute, so we're just going to speed up time a little bit. So the game can go quite quickly. Here we go. What's it doing now? See, we're suddenly getting into power problems again. There's not much we can do at the moment apart from just pay it off. There we go. So, launch in 13 seconds. We're getting a shortage of food. Oh, I think someone's actually manipulated the market. Here we go. 68,000. Right. So now we're getting a few problems with the power. I may have forgotten to look at what I was doing.